Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. It is Julie here with your TipRanks pre-market morning update, where we're bringing you everything you need to know before the market opens. So let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome back. Thank you all so much for being here. As usual, this morning we'll be taking a look at exciting stock market news, notable earnings reports, and the morning's biggest gainers and losers. Don't forget to follow me over on TikTok under the username TipRanks for some great quick stock updates as well. Now let's get right into this morning's exciting stock market news. U.S. stock futures are back into the green this morning, if only by a little. Right now, Dow futures are up 0.02%, S&P 500 futures up 0.04%, and NASDAQ futures up 0.07%. In the ongoing legal battle between Elon Musk and Twitter, Elon Musk's lawyers have now sent a subpoena to Twitter's co-founder, Jack Dorsey. Musk's team is seeking evidence from Jack Dorsey about fake spam bot accounts on the Twitter website. Dorsey is one of many people that have now been called to provide evidence for the 5-day non-jury trial. The trial is due to take place in Delaware in October. Dorsey had left Twitter back in 2021 amidst pressure from the board and publicly endorsed Elon Musk's takeover bid back in April. Dorsey was critical of Twitter's board after he left, but hasn't made any statements of the ongoing dispute between Musk and the company. Analysts currently rate the Twitter stock a hold with a slight downside of almost 4%. As Ford Motors continues their transition to electric vehicles, they announced that they'll be laying off a few thousand employees across the globe. According to an internal email that was seen by Barron's, roughly 2,000 salaried jobs will be cut. This will be across the US, Canada, and India. Another 1,000 positions with outside agencies will also be let go. Executives from Ford said that the transformation to electric vehicles requires redeploying resources and addressing our cost structure, which is uncompetitive versus traditional and new competitors. Analysts currently rate the Ford stock a hold with an average upside of 3%. And shares of Aerie Pharmaceuticals are on the rise after they reached a deal with Alcon to be acquired in a deal worth $770 million. The Aerie Pharma stock is up nearly 35%, close to the deal value of $15.25 per share. With this deal, Alcon will add Aerie's Rocklatan and Ropressa eye drops, their phase 3 product candidate for dry eye disease, and a pipeline of other products. It is expected to close in the fourth quarter. The Alcon stock is rated a moderate buy with an average upside of 15%. Now moving over to notable earnings reports. In the pre-market this morning, we'll be hearing from Dick's Sporting Goods, JD.com, Smuckers, and the Bank of Nova Scotia. And the after hours today will include Advanced Auto Parts, Nordstrom, and Intuit. In the after hours last night, we heard from Zoom Video. As predicted by their website traffic, they did see revenue growth slow down year over year. Revenue growth slowed to 8%, down from 12% in the year-ago quarter, which was below analyst expectations. Their earnings did come in at $1.05 per share, which was ahead of the 94 cents expected, but revenue came in at $110 billion versus the $112 expected. The company did pull back their full-year guidance for earnings and revenue, causing the stock to decline this morning. Analysts currently rate the stock a moderate buy with an average upside of 31%, with a big mix of hold, buys, and sells coming in this morning. On a more positive note, last night we heard from cybersecurity software company Palo Alto Networks. They came out with better than expected results and also declared a 3-for-1 stock split. They also expanded their stock repurchase program by $915 million, increasing the total authorization to $1 billion. They posted revenue of $1.6 billion, up 27% year over year, and ahead of expectations, and had earnings of $2.39 per share, ahead of the estimates of $2.30. Their stock is rated a unanimous strong buy with an average upside of 32%. In the pre-market this morning, we heard from Chinese electric vehicle maker XPeng. They posted a wider than expected loss and had disappointing delivery guidance. They reported a loss of about $368 million from $1.1 billion in sales when Wall Street was looking for a loss of $288 million. Their vehicle deliveries totaled over 34,000 for the quarter, but for the next quarter, they're now expecting just 30,000. So that is a decline quarter over quarter and well below the street's estimates of 45,000. The stock does currently come in as a strong buy with a big upside, but we haven't seen any price targets reiterated following this report. And we also heard from Macy's. They posted solid results for their quarter, but did decrease future guidance as they expect discretionary spending by consumers to deteriorate. The retailer posted adjusted earnings per share of $1 versus the 85 cents expected and revenue of $5.6 billion ahead of the $5.49 billion expected. Looking forward, they did decrease their annual adjusted earnings per share to $4 to $4.20, down from $4.53 to $4.95. They're expecting a decline in consumer spending that will force them to use heavy markdowns to move items off the shelf. Their CEO did say that we expect to come out of this uncertain period in a strong position with a healthy balance sheet. Analysts currently rate the Macy stock a hold with an average upside of 40%. Now let's take a look at which stocks are this morning's biggest gainers and losers. Our biggest gainers this morning are led by Palo Alto Networks following their earnings report. Trading under the ticker PANW, they're up nearly 10%. They're followed by Olaplex Holdings under OLPX, up 9.4%, and New York Times under NYT, up over 7%. And our biggest losers this morning are led by Zoom Video following their disappointing earnings. Trading under the ticker ZM, the stock is down 11%. They're followed by dLocal under DLO, down 8.5%, and Lionheart Acquisition 2 under MSPR, down 8.8%. So that is everything for Tuesday's pre-market morning update, getting you up to speed with what you need to know before that opening bell. If you made it to the end of today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and that you're subscribed to the channel as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.